Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dota Yoshi, bringing to you another Dota 2 presentation. Today, on the Cybergamer Ladder, we have Fakku, ranked 28th, challenging Dynasty for their 17th position. I just want to say in advance, I do have a slight little cold today, so I'm sorry if the cast is a bit off. I also do apologize if I do accidentally sniffle or cough into, hopefully not into the mic, but hopefully I can also get to the mute button before I do cough so I don't have to disturb you guys. But yeah, I just want to get that out of the way. And back to the game, we have Fakku picking up Lone Druid, banding out the Bat Rider, and the Nyx. Oh no, not Nyx, Lifestealer, sorry. And over on Dynasty, we have the Nyx Assassin and that Magnus band out. So, we'll see how Dynasty wants to run this. There's still a few heroes in the pool. We might see a Gyrocopter being picked up. Got a Phantom Lancer, Juggernaut.
10 seconds remaining.
Do they want to pick up their carry to start off with, or do they want to try and keep their bands a little hidden a way until maybe the possibly third and fourth, after seeing what Fakku's first three heroes are going to be? We'll see how they want to run this game. We have a few quite a good supports, so they want to pick up the supports early on. There's a Coddle, there's the Lena, SD. They do pick up the Nature's Prophet, so we possibly could be looking at strong pushing style lineup from the Dynasty. Might want to see a PL come out after this pickup, because PL has a very strong pushing style. Might even see the Gyrocopter, just make sure that Fakku can't pick up the Gyrocopter, can't help defend against the split pushing of Nature's Prophet with that cooldown and flat cannon that he does have available to him. And they do pick up the Phantom Lancer, so they're going for a pretty heavy style pushing team. We'll see who else they want to pick up. We see the Coddle for the fantastic illumination, and with the disruption coming out by the Shadow Demon, disruption onto the Phantom Lancer. Make your own armies of Phantom Lancer. So Fakku can theoretically have 6 players on their team with that disruption, especially if it starts to proc his Phantom Juxtapose. That's the one, Juxtapose. So Dynasty will be now looking to start picking up either their mid hero or start picking up their supports. Fakku have picked up their possibly offlaner with their 2 supports, 2 very solid laning, good presence supports of the Coddle and the Shadow Demon. They will be looking to pick up their mid hero and their final carry role. Over in Dynasty, we'll see who they want to pick up next. I would like to see a stun come out by them, if either the Lena or the Leshrac. Definitely they do pick up the Crystal Maiden. So you don't see Crystal Maiden ran too often these days, if at all, to be honest with you. So this one should be a very interesting lineup, and how she's going to be run in this competition, or in the game in general, as she is a really squishy hero. And I mean, an Illuminate could almost just kill her in one shot. Lone Druid, if he gets an Entangle off Crystal Maiden's dead. So there's a really squishy support hero in Crystal Maiden, but she's a really good hero with that Frost Nova. Crystal Nova and Frostbite. My mistake. And we see the Queen of Pain and Shadow Fiend being banned out by the teams, so they're getting rid of a few mid heroes, as both sides do need a mid hero. I'll say, for some reason, we want to run the Nature's Prophet mid. I mean, it's not unheard of, but it's usually not too common. And same with the Lone Druid. So, we'll see which teams and how they want to continue on with their pickups. So we'll see Fakku probably banning out mid heroes and their possibly support heroes, as they all offlaners. Try and see to make sure that it's harder for Lone Druid to be ganked in that offlane position, and it's harder for your basically the tri-lanes and mid lanes heroes. Now, we've just moved into reserve time. Fakku are still making up their mind on how they want to ban. They're still, as I say, still a lot. My mistake. There's still a puck in the pool for a mid lane if they want to run the puck. Still a few jungle heroes if Dynasty do. Whoa, something's happening here. Shadow Demon. I don't want to see Shadow Demon's ability. What is this? I can still hear it. Anyway, that was an interesting feature I never knew about. You can apparently check the YouTube video of skills from in-game. That's very interesting. And we do see the Lena banned out as a really good support. Didn't take it away from Dynasty. They might look to ban out the Leshrac as well to negate some more pushing But they do go for the Templar Assassin instead, getting rid of that mid hero. SS has been banned out by Dynasty, and they'll be looking possibly ban out. I'm going to go for Puck. No, they're going to ban out the Gyrocopter, making sure that Fakku can't pick up that Gyrocopter to counteract the pushing style and the amount of illusions and creeps Phantom Lancer and Nature's Prophet will pull out of their rear and just going down the lanes. So the towers are going to be quite vulnerable against this team, this split pushing team. But then again, they have a global presence of their own with that Tinker. He's going to be able to hold off lanes, he's going to be able to push them and keep them all pushed in. So it's going to be a constant battle between this Tinker and Nature's Prophet. Should be quite an interesting one. Should see quite a few one-on-ones against each other because they are jumping around the map. That's what we hope anyway. And Lone Druid, he's also good at this pushing style, being able to hold a lane and take a tower when no one's paying attention. So if he's left alone while the others are grouping up for their group of 5, he will grab a tower. No doubt about it. And the Outworld Devourer is picked up on Dynasty. It's going to rip through Lone Druid. It's going to possibly rip through Keeper of the Light until he gets his 4 stuff. If he does go that route, he might not. He might not even have enough money for that. He should be the one to pick up his mech. So if he does want to try and get his int up, it's going to be a while before he become useful. In respect to not dying to Outworld Devourer. Outworld Devourer will be going up against this Tinker in mid lane. It's a good pickup because keeping Tinker and his Martyr Pool down means he can't do anything. He can't rearm, he can't use rockets, can't use much of the machines. He'll just be completely negated in mid lane. That's if Outworld Devourers procs off of his Essence Aura. Now we're just waiting, using that reserve time for the final pick of Fakku. They will be looking at their final carry position. This will be their tri-lane. Who will they want for their tri-lane position? We're just waiting for the world to change. Don't even know why I just brought that up, but I did. Got a problem with that? Nah, my singing's terrible. I apologize to everyone listening. Anyway, still waiting for Fakku, and they pick up the Luna. Luna is perfect, is the one hero they needed. Oh, one of the 2 heroes they needed. One of them got banned out, but she is the next best pick against the Phantom Lancer with those glaives bouncing everywhere, and the amount of raw damage she can pump out with an Eclipse by herself, or just with the glaives bouncing between everywhere, destroying the illusions, destroying Nature's Prophet's creeps. She can get a really good farm. Ganks on her is usually quite hard to do because she can just pop the Eclipse if she's alone. If she's next to a tower and you're diving her, usually there aren't too many creeps around with you unless you're pushing in with your creep wave, which is usually what's that word? Usually recommended. That's the word. Now, if they're going to dive hard, they're going to be in trouble. So we'll be waiting on Dynasty. They do pick up the Darkseer. So they're going to be looking into that vacuum, into the Crystal Maiden's ultimate of the Freezing Field, and Outworld Devourer's ultimate of Sanity Eclipse. On Fakku, they'll be looking to farm up a bit more, they'll be looking to take this game mid-game, because Phantom Lancer is the hardest carry late game. Unless he gets shut down early, which Fakku with the Coddle, Shadow Demon, Disruption into the Illuminate, and possibly the Lucent Beam to finish the Phantom Lancer off, could take out this Phantom Lancer early and win it quite substantially. But we'll see how the game plan runs out. They do want to try and get these ganks off on the Phantom Lancer early to make sure he cannot get any farm. And to introduce the teams, for Dynasty, we have the captain playing on the Nature's Prophet role, Pumbaa. On that mid, Outworld Devourer, we have Toplin playing that carry position. Phantom Lancer is being played by Infinity. On that support, squishy, sexy Crystal Maiden, we have Mr. Howdy. And finally, X-Mod will be running that Darkseer in the offlane. And over on Fakku, being played captain's position is... I'm gonna go with Chink. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that. Or I could just call you... I can't call you Fakku because that's your team. I'm gonna go... yeah, I'm sorry if it's not Chink, but I'm gonna call you Chink. I feel bad. Sorry. And his supports will be followed by Well Played and Rinsky on that Shadow Demon and Coddle. Mid lane we'll have Jamis McGamus playing that Lone Druid. And finally, on the Tinker we'll be playing that safe lane Raisin Dietre. Hopefully I got that one right. And we do have Dynasty walking down in the jungle, hoping to maybe find someone coming out for the ward. You do have the Shadow Demon and Coddle. They both want to get down there and do some warding. Do have the Revelation and the Observer ward up and running. Crystal Maiden does not have any wards currently on her, but she's 150, 90, 290. That's completely wrong. 243, 340. So she pulled somewhere. Oh no, she bought the courier. So they do have observers up on this Nature's Prophet. Does Darkseer have anything? He does not. So they're not going to have any counter wards if Shadow Demon decides to counter ward it. Nature's Prophet sees this. Might see a disruption coming. Disruption's coming out with the Coddle channeling that Illuminate. It's going to come flying through, and the auto attack from the double damage of Shadow Demon will get the final kill. And that's first blood going to the Shadow Demon with that double damage. Great Illuminate and Lucid Beam come flying through. As I said, this potent combo of the Disruption and Illuminate does a lot of damage, especially onto this Crystal Man. But however, when onto this Nature's Prophet, who's got even lower health, because Crystal Man does have that gauntlet of strength. And now we do see the ward coming out by Nature's Prophet, and Shadow Demon or the Coddle should have realised that a ward did go down if they were paying attention to the inventory. And a few freezing Crystal Novas come flying down to try and do a little bit of damage. Illuminate comes flying back and does even more damage. So that's just salt into the wounds for that Crystal Maiden. And we have Nature's Prophet playing this support role. I mean, he did die, so he bought his teleportation. Not leveled up his teleportation so he can get back into lane, but he's got no treants, so he can't actually do any farming. And we have a ward here which wasn't close enough to block this camp, or in the right spot to block that camp. So unfortunately, that ward's just going to be a good scout tool, and they are going to be able to start stacking this camp, unless Shadow Demon was late to the party and put this here after the 1 minute mark. We'll find out when Nature's Prophet tries to pull this, if it is in the right position. I believe it is a bit. It's one of these bushes you put it on. I can't remember which bush. I think that could be the right bush. We'll soon see. And it is the right bush. So he's got it in the right spot. So I'm sorry, Shadow Demon, for ever doubting you. And now we have Coddle completely out of position here. Fortunately, Crystal Nova did not miss, so he's going to be able to get out of there pretty scot-free. In mid lane, we see the Disruption coming down to the Outworld Devourer. Outworld Devourer taking a few hits. His illusions starting to chase him down. Not going to be able to finish him off, but it's nice to see Shadow Demon picking up that haste, doing a little bit of harassment to try and give that lone druid even more advantageous position. I mean, he's doing pretty well in the creep scores. He's in 9 for 9 against Outworld Devourer 2 for 2. So not a good position. He's playing a fantastic lone druid in the middle, being able to deny all those creeps, keep the lane in his favour. He's got 4.5 to 3.5 in levels. So, that shows you how fantastic he's playing up there. We have the Luna down in bottom lane, sitting 13 for 5 against the counterpart of this Phantom Lance. It's in 4 for 0. So, middle lane and bottom lane is being currently won by Fakku, and up at top lane we have the Tika, 11 for 11 against the Darkseer, 3 for 1. So Tika being able to deny so many creeps, being able to also deny, he's currently 1.5 levels higher than this Darkseer. So Tika is also absolutely dominating his lane. So all lanes are currently being won by Fakku, and it does show quite heavily already in the game. There's already 2k gold advantage and almost 2k XP advantage in the favour of Fakku, purely because they have been able to do this. And Nature's Prophet still sitting down here doing absolutely nothing. I don't understand. I mean, he could have tried to pull and then pull again. At least he would have got XP and then Trance to start doing his own lane. And Shadow Demon does see this ward come out. He's waiting. Nature's Prophet runs around the corner. He's got to know he's here. He's got to probably back. He's not going to counter ward this. Disruption's going to come out. He's got no support, but he's just doing a fair bit amount of harassment to this Nature's Prophet, who's still only level 1. So Puma is not having a fun time on this Nature's Prophet role. And I still think he should have picked up this Nature's Core, so he could have at least started getting XP off these creeps. Instead, he decided to come down part of the tri lane, and he hasn't been able to double stack. He hasn't been able to pull properly. This is going to miss as well. He does get the range creep at least, but that's only one. We're going to smoke up by the Shadow Demon and Coddle. They're going to be rotated mid lane. They will catch this Outworld Devourer out of position. They should see him come into range. They should know he's here. We've got a disruption coming out. Illuminate's being shadowed. 1, 2. Illuminate's going to come flying through. He's taking a lot of damage. Shadow imprisons. We should see the Lone Druid start to rotate up around here. He might be a bit late. There's going to be one more auto attack off this Coddle, and he will go down. That is another kill going to these supports of Fakku. And they're going to be quite happy. They're going to be rich, these two supports, by the end of this game. They're doing very good ganks. The Disruption Illuminate combination is fantastic. And we still look down here on the bottom lane. We have your Crystal Lane, only just hit level 2. Nature's Prophet on level 1. You have a look at the supports for Fakku. Level 3, almost 4, and level 3 on the Shadow Demon. So they're quite happy with the way they're going. Got an Illuminate come flying through. Got to hit on the Nature's Prophet, do a little bit of damage to him. Does have Chakra level 2, yep. It should be leveling up that Illuminate level 2 very shortly, unless he wants to go for that 1 point of mana break. But no, he takes it in the Illuminate. So there's even more damage going to become fired out, and even more vulnerabilities on this Dynasty start. And if we look at top lane, Tika still dominating his lane. 26 kills, 16 denies, against Darkseer 10 for 1. So that heavily in favour of Fakku. Top, middle, 27 for 4, still 4, so after 3 minutes, still hasn't got a creep kill yet, and he's got another death to his name. Down at bottom we do have an initiation, no we don't, we got Shadow Demon playing quite aggressive, not going to be able to find that disruption out, so Illuminate won't become flying through. Luna is now hit level 5, almost got an Eclipse up. Once the level Eclipse comes up, they're all dead. To put it simply, Nature's Prophet still level 1. So I won't be seeing a fast minus come out by him. Don't even think we won't be seeing a minus. Don't know about the Shadow Blade. Might see a 17-18 minute Shadow Blade if he can actually get some creep kills up on him. We do have a defensive ward here. We hear an Eclipse come flying out. Probably just get a last hit. And then just gets chakred back up. So Luna is in 33 16 up to middle lane. We have a disruption come flying out by the Shadow Demon, followed by the Entangle by Lone Druid, and they're going to be able to pick up a second kill on that Outworld Devourer. Outworld Devourer is extremely farm dependent. As you get more in, you win. And I'm going to see Shadow Demon level 4 up against Nature's Prophet level 2. Shadow Demon's going to just fight this. He can take this. You never usually see this in a support being able to fight this bad. And Shadow Demon's going for it. Soul Catcher comes out. He's going to be imprisoned. Outworld Devourer doesn't have any damage, so he's not going to be able to do much. Kodo's going to come in, scare him off. We're going to see Entangle out into this Puma. If an Entangle comes out, we'll see a death with the Orb of Venom picked up. We're going to let it come fly through. Dead Nature's Prophet. Dead Outworld Devourer. And that's a third death to Outworld Devourer. Outworld Devourer, boots, and a Mantle of Intelligence.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's not where you want to be for an Outworld Devourer. You want to be starting to racking up your probably your power treads, and even get your staff of wizardry moving up towards that 4 staff by about the 8-minute mark. But he's got 5 creep kills against his counterpart of the Druid, 36 for 22. And down bottom we see the Freezer Nova field coming out. We're going to see a TP, will he get out? He doesn't get out. Great kill by the Phantom Lancer. He's going to happily take that. We're going to Death go into the Nature's Prophet, and they're going to try and pick off this Keeper of the Light. One more hit via the proper illusion, or even a Lance. He's going to salve up. He's going to get out of there. We need to see that Lance come flying off anytime. So he's going to run up, but he's juking back down. He's going back into the support of the Luna. Luna's got that Eclipse up. Will she pop the Eclipse to try and get this kill? She's got creeps around, so she's not going to be able to pop that off. And Phantom Lance is going to come back. Coddle's overstayed his welcome. Going to see a Lance. Not seeing a Lance yet. He's thrown out the Lance. Now he's by himself. Eclipse is popping off. He does pick up the kill, but he gives the kill away to the Luna. Luna's happily going to take that away as a kill. She's now sitting on 2 with 1 assist. No deaths to her name, so she's going to be happy. Lone Druid being able to pick up another kill on Outworld Devourer in mid. So Jameis McGamus is having a fun game in middle. He's picking up his Tranquil Boots and to start working towards his phase boots up on the bear. So he's going to be working towards those. That armlet for his bear as well is by picking up that Gloves of Attack. Well, the Gloves of Attack is going down to Luna. No, never mind. I was looking at the right area. We got TP coming down. They have an aggressive ward. We're going to see a disruption, illuminate. They don't even need to disrupt this Crystal Maiden. She's too squishy. She'll just die anyway. So now we got the Phantom Lancer fighting for his life. He doesn't have enough to double walk, and he's going to be picked off Final auto attack by the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon, 4 for 1. He's team carry. He'll take this game to victory. Pick up a Divine Rapier and he'll be able to take anyone. Disrupt himself and he'll win this game by himself. But Nature's Prophet, he's got level 3. He's now got his trance level 1. He's trying to kill off this Coddle. He's not going to be able to do so. There's a carry Shadow Demon here, just watching and waiting for Nature's Prophet to make that move, and then he'll just destroy him. If we don't see him pulling back in the Luna, where's our Luna? Luna's up top, so should chakra himself and bring back his Luna. It's not going to happen. She's just going to TP anyway. I would have liked to see the chakra being popped off and then bring back your Luna, and that saves 135 gold on your Luna. But it's not going to be too much of a worry at this stage of the game. They are in quite a substantial lead. Crystal Maiden and the Nature's Prophet rotating back down bottom. I would have liked to have seen Crystal Maiden possibly smoke up. I'll say that after the second, as we have an initiation onto the Nature's Prophet, Soul Catcher, some poison things, and an Eclipse come flying out to finish him off, and I have to sneeze.
I came here for a battle.
No, I don't. Okay. Oh, that's terrible. What I was saying, I would have liked this Crystal Maiden to smoke up early game and possibly try and do a gank up on the Lone Druid before he level 6. Even maybe rotate top and try and get this Tinker. Tinker should have, and he does. He's got his boost of travel up and running, and he's going to be flying all over the place, getting as much farm as he can. Lone Druid, Luna, and Tinker all send over 50 creep kills, with the highest on Dynasty sitting at 21. So Dynasty not having the best of games. They're seriously under-farmed, under-leveled. And Tinker and the Lone Druid pick up mid-tower. Lone Druid's now rotated into the jungle. He's got his bear walking back to base. He's looking to pick up possibly the full armlet after this. And now we got an initiation down, but a Luna's going to come flying out. Crystal Maiden's almost going to die. Crystal Maiden will probably get almost disrupted and killed. 2 more auto attacks out into this Crystal Maiden. We got a dead Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden's going to fall. Luna's got 1 more auto attack coming out. And Luna does fall. Now they're going to turn around and go for this outward Devour. Courier's going to get picked off. Courier's running into the PL, not being marked away. Shadow Demon does pick up another kill onto this Phantom Lancer. So he's in 5 for 1. And we're going to dive with the Root Gaming coming down to the Outward Devour, and Outward Devour does fall. That is a 3 for 1 trade going in favour of Fakku. Now they're going to pick off another tower. And Darkseer, nowhere in sight, farming up top. Scotty's Arcane Boots. Mech, nowhere in sight either. So this isn't looking good for Dynasty. Fakku are hitting them hard, hitting them fast, and doing what they needed to do. Make sure this PL got no farm. Make sure the Outworld Devourer got no farm. If either of them started to get farmed, they would have been a very, very hard heroes to deal with in mid to late game. As Outworld Devourer, with that ult of his Sanity Eclipse, when he has that 4 stuff up, when he actually has some Manta to his name, it will rip through an entire team, taking them down to at least half health, maybe quarter health, and then you have your PL to come in to finish it off. Wrath of Nature flying through, which we still don't even have the level 6 up onto Puma. So Puma still not having a fun game either. Look at the hero levels. We have the Lone Druid on 12. We've got Coddle about to farm his own lane here. He's going to indirectly hit Nature's Prophet. He's going to go for the kill. He needs 2 more auto attacks. He's going to bind him late back. He needs 1. No, we've got the Phantom Lancer here to back him up. He almost gets that kill onto the Nature's Prophet. He needs 1 more. And the death onto the Nature's Prophet. We've got Eclipse up and running by the Luna. When we see the Luna pop off that Eclipse, there's a few illusions around to stop the bounces of the Eclipse. But now there's no more illusions. We're going to see an Eclipse being popped off, hits the illusions, and now he's doppel walked out of there. So lucky for Phantom Lancer being able to get there in the nick of time with that doppel walk coming off cooldown. So we won't see another death to this Phantom Lancer's name. There's still slim hope to Dynasty. Don't want to call him out yet. But Fakku are playing fantastic. Being able to push these towers, keep the constant pressure, the AoE and the ganking of the Coddle and the Shadow Demon have just been marvellous. Dynasty, they did a little bit of a miscall, especially with Puma leveling up his teleportation instead of those treants to be able to farm jungle. Now we're going to see a death onto this Outworld Devourer. So that's Outworld Devourer's 7th death, not 5th death. And look at the net worth, it says everything. Shadow Demon, team carry, is higher than Dynasty's entire team. So, got a very rich Shadow Demon. We see another death going out to the PL, overextending quite heavily. with a sentry ward here, being able to watch him. And I get messaged by some little turd on Facebook, which I thought I had closed, but unfortunately I didn't. But the way this game's going, so I'm not worried about it too much. It even gives me something little to talk about. But Dynasty, unfortunately, just a little bit of miscalls the entire game. The Dagon has been picked up by the tanker. Dynasty, they should have had Treant protected, get the Nature's Core. Instead of TPing back down bottom, make some creeps, rotate into the jungle, and start working like a normal Nature's Prophet. However, he came down bottom, sat here for possibly 5 minutes on level 1. It wasn't until about 6.5 or 7 minutes until he finally hit his level 2, got his Treants, and were able to start working in the forest. And you look at him now, he's still level 3, he's not even level 4 yet. We're going to see Tier 3 tower fall quite easily. One rocket almost gets to Crystal Maiden. The 7th clips coming out by Outlaw Devourer doesn't do anything to him. Our mech popped by the Coddle, and they're all at full health. This is good game in favour of Fakku. Dynasty do not have any damage to be able to deal with this at the moment. Fakku will be taking the 17th position of Dynasty, moving up the ladder on the Cybergamer competition ladder, leaderboards, however you want to call it. And now they're just going to keep diving forward. They've got no worry in the world. Dragon, laser, and a rocket, finishing off that Crystal Maiden. That was probably even more than what was necessary for the Crystal Maiden. And now just going onto the tower, going into the fountain at 16 minutes.
Killing spree.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sorry about that, having a few technical issues. So we do see Fakku. They're going to easily win this game. Moving up the ladder on Cybergamer. And now they're just free farming Dynasty. Should see a GG come out anytime soon. They don't want to give up this position. They want to fight till the end, which is respectable. But in the current situation they're in, it would probably be better just to concede the game now and just not demoralize your players any further, as they are 20 kills behind. They're 27k gold and 17k XP ahead at 18 minutes, and the GG is called by Puma. And Fakku are going to be moving up to the 17th position on the Cybergamer Ladder, so they're going to be quite happy about that, making their way up the ranks. So now we just see this PL trying to find a kill. He won't be able to find anything against this Lone Druid and Tinker. And now he's going to be spot out. He doesn't have double walk up for 18 seconds. He's going to try and TP out, but this Tinker just completely demolishes him. The final GG comes out. Now we're just waiting for the disconnects or the final throne push. So it's an 18-minute game. It was well played by Dynasty, being able to hit them hard, hit them fast at the start of the game, keep their carries down, keep the heroes which require the items, especially the Outward Devourer, squashed and hammered down into position. And now Coddle balls to the wall, diving in the fountain because he can. Carry Shadow Demon, sitting 6 for 1. He's got a Blink Dagger and 4 stuff. It's not something you see on a Shadow Demon until maybe the 51st minute of the game. See Soul Catcher, just Purge coming out, wall's been thrown up, Eclipse has popped, and death everywhere. Will Shadow Demon fall? Will the carry fall? He disrupts himself and he's going to get out. I'd almost love to see one of his team members walk through the wall and then create an illusion to kill him. Now we're still waiting for the disconnects to come out. Come on, Crystal Maiden. Finish the game for us. You don't want to sit there any longer.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Come on, Crystal Maiden. You can do it. He's saying thanks for the game. Just being really kind-mannered. It's what you like to see. But now leave. Leave!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
still sitting there. He wants to see his throne die. He must like the pretty effects of the throne.
Radiant's ancient is under
And I would like to thank you for watching another Dota Yoshi presentation. If you enjoyed my cast, it mean a lot if you do subscribe to me on YouTube /Dota Yoshi. It does mean a lot to me, and it does make me one happy person. And waiting for this edge to go down so I can do my finish. Come on, explode, explode. So now it does fall. I'd like to thank you for watching and have a good one.